So anyway, we are getting to Jane Doe, and I'm going to tell you why I'm mad. I am angry. I am so mad. Yeah, this is a serious matter, but and I'm so angry. I'm listening. Okay, I'm angry with her on like a personal matter, just like, how could you be so dumb to get your butt in this situation? More specifically, Jane, you really think this man liked you? No, he liked knowing that he knocked down his nemesis baby mama, and you're dumb enough to fall for it. But overall, why I'm mad at Jane is because this testimony the old girl done put in that's allegedly supposed to support coercion and sex trafficking, I think it's making a mockery of what Cassie had to go through. This girl really sat up there and said that she felt pressure to have sex, to do it to these S workers because Diddy was paying her rent. Girl, how about you get a fucking job like the rest of us? Get a job. And I can't divulge who she is. I'll get put out the courtroom. And when we broke up, he threatened to not pay my rent. This is one of the things this doofus said. She is a doofus. This doofus got up there. Do you know this doofus? Mind you, she already said her only sources of income were being somebody baby mama, and I'm not going to say who, somebody baby mama, and the money that Diddy would give her. And this girl takes 100% of her Diddy allowance and says she wants the nicest, fanciest $10,000 a month rental home she can get in LA. You doofus. How selfish. You have a responsibility to take care of your kid. And she hates her baby daddy. And don't get me wrong. Let us know in the chat. Shake your Astroglide in the chat if you hate your baby daddy. There's nothing new there. That happens. She wanted to do every fucking thing but work. She'd work her mouth. But she didn't want to get up and get a job. I'm talking about this lady on the stand who pissed me off today. Why are you leasing anything, you doofus? But if you want to break up, I'll pay 3 more months of your rent. But after that, I'm not paying your rent. Guess you didn't want to stop that much. Listen, at the end of the day, you were a prostituta. That's all it was. You were a prostitute. And now you're mad Diddy got arrested. By the way, she never broke up with Diddy. She stayed with this man all the way until the day he got arrested. I think those were her hooker heels and her teddy hanging up in the closet when the feds came and got him. Y'all not going to get me put out this courtroom now. I'm not going to confirm or deny who it is. Shake your Astroglide. She has no conscience. Let's start there. She has no conscience. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Tamiko. It says somebody is doing too much on IG. Let me see. What's he doing on IG then? Girl, what's he doing on IG? I'm not speaking to him. I'm curious. What's he doing on IG, y'all? The super chat is going to the panty fund. I'm so grateful. You guys helped me. I've been here longer than expected. I ran out of draws, so I had to buy a 5-pack. I bought a 5-pack from the TJ Maxx. I got it on sale too, $2 off. Yes, shake that Astroglide. I'm your legal bestie, attorney Symone, and this is my YouTube channel, which is called Girl, Is That Legal? And whenever a bombshell happens in the courtroom, I come out and I shake my Astroglide. Hold on, this photographer wants a picture of the Astroglide, like Vanna Black. Here we go. Wouldn't the prostitution aspect be illegal? So here's the thing. She's not a prostitute because that would be a goofy, silly stretch. So great question. At the end of the day, you were a prostituta. That's all it was. You were a prostitute. He was publicly dating Young Miami at this same time, and old girl knew it. Old girl knew it, including, I'm not going to give away too much because I'm not allowed, they don't want any identifying stuff. And Diddy is like, oh, you're really cool. I want to exchange numbers. This dunce, she does it. And she's like, hey, I feel kind of like uncomfortable. She uses this like fake, soft, innocent voice. It just works my nerves for real victims. Diddy was like, we should come up with a code word. And he was like, Bert. Like he told her, I'm going to call you Bert. She was like, you're Ernie. So they decided they were going to be Bert and Ernie. We're going to be their code words. And that's what they call each other. Bert and Ernie. Bert and Ernie. Y'all. Bert and Ernie. Bert and Ernie. I think he was Ernie and she was Bert. Bert and Ernie. Those are their little love names for each other. I bet you anything her and that homegirl ain't cool no more. And I wouldn't be surprised. That homegirl's about to tell it. Watch that homegirl be on Tasha K. Watch that homegirl be on Tasha K. Telling the story. Oh, but maybe not. She might not tell the story because she may not want the homegirl that's probably now married, may not want her current husband to know she was cheating on the current husband with Diddy. At the end of the trip, he gives her $10,000 for her time. She said they made love. They made sweet love. It was amazing. They exchanged I love yous. And this had been like in the first 3 months, y'all. It was talking about, I love you. I love you. Burton, Ernie, I love you. I said everything was good for like those first 3 months. And then comes May of 21. They said, what happened in May of 21? And she takes her little tissue. That was the first time he wanted to have a freak off. She thought it was going to be a one-off situation, but it came that 100% of the time after that they were intimate. After that first time. He really geared up. So every time they were intimate after that, it was a freak off. And then they would do the freak off, and then only 30% of the time would she have some private time with him. So after the guy would jizz all over her, and then he wouldn't clean up the jizz all over her, then her and Diddy would, roll around on the jizz, all the jizz stains on the bed. That's what she do. Somebody said grooming. Yeah, grooming. Somebody said, she lying about the sweet love after being with 50. Oh, who was with 50? I don't know nothing about that. I'm not in it. My name is Bennett. I don't know nothing about that. Somebody said, why is she a witness? That's what I'm trying to find out. That's why I'm mad. Why is she a witness? Why is she here? When she would tell Diddy, hey, I don't really want to do this anymore, Diddy would threaten to dump her. And she would get upset. She would get upset. He would want to dump her because she loved him so much. He wanted to dump her. But he found her. She was in an apartment somewhere on the East Coast. She didn't want to have to go back into that apartment. Now, we know it wasn't Section 8 because she gets child support from her baby daddy. She took that entire allowance and chose to put it at renting a house, not putting some money to the side for her child's college fund, not putting some to the side for living expenses, not putting something aside for a certificate program or a little training so you could get a fucking job. She wanted to do anything but work. So what did she work? She worked her mouth. Listen, we just had a little bit of testimony this afternoon. We came back at it started at 1:30, 2 o'clock, 2:30-ish, and we left at 4. It ended at 4. It says, why are you shaming the victim? Because I don't believe that she's a victim. A woman who was a professional baby mama, who doesn't want to work, and who was having sex with her boyfriend in freaky-dicky type of ways because she enjoyed making him happy and she enjoyed the allowance. That is not, what is she a victim of? I'll wait. I will wait. It says, please. So yeah, do not put any names in the chat. Literally, I'll have to come back through and I'll delete them because we're not outing anyone who is a Jane anything. What I believe that she's a victim of is because of her choices. She is now in the fight for her life for custody. I don't have any evidence of that. I don't. This is just me and my common sense. Because she said her baby dad, and she told Puff, this is the thing. She told Puff, at the beginning, before her birthday trip or whatever, or maybe it was on the trip. She said, I want to be honest with you. My baby dad is so-and-so, and I know that you guys don't get along. And Diddy goes, I don't care about that. I don't care nothing about that. She's like, well, my friend, what about the fact that my friend, he said, I don't care nothing about your friend either. Here's why I say she's stupid. She is a dunce. She is stupid because when Diddy says, I don't care nothing about this person I don't like, of course he's not going to care because he's knocking your boots through the wall now. He's going to have you doing freaky dicky stuff. He's humiliating you. So yeah, he's not going to care because he gets to know at the end of the day, he has this enemy. Not only did he take down that enemy's baby mama, but he has humiliated her. Got her wiping cum all over. Got her having unprotected sex with prostitutes. He won, baby. He won. No, he's not worried about it at all. He now has the ability to humiliate, in his view, humiliate his enemy by not just embarrassing him and doing whatever stuff he's done behind the scene, but now he's also doing it to his woman. And he's recording it, and he's going to have tapes, and he's going to be able to blackmail her. So the fact that this girl was too goddamn stupid to figure that out, I don't know that she needs, and doing drugs with the nemesis and being on drugs all this time. I don't know that she needs custody right now. She might need to get some things together. So what she is a victim of is she is probably now in the fight of her life because of her choices. So she is a victim of her bad decisions is what it's looking like right now. And you said yourself, your only sources of income are Diddy's allowance, which has now gone away, and child support. And if the father of your child wins custody of your child, that means you, Miss Thing, are going back to working at TGI Fridays. What then? Get a job. Get a job. And by the way, I love TGI Fridays. Applebee's, I like them a little bit better. I like Applebee's a little bit better because they got them nachos that are really good. I think I'm going to go get some today in Harlem. But we show is a gold digger who doesn't want to go to work, who is a professional baby mama, and that time frame is, sliding away. And that the daddy is probably, like I'm saying, on cross. They are going to say, isn't it true that you are here because you had only two options? You could be a witness for the prosecution or a co-defendant. And then, if you are a co-defendant, you're going to lose your one source of income that you have left, which is being a baby mama. I am telling you what was in the transcript. I'm not outing anything. It's not fair for me to be calling her stupid. Okay. It sounds a little not nice coming from a professional lawyer. Okay, well, I think she is making a series of unwise decisions that started and include things like, if you know your two sources of income are whatever allowance you're going to get from Diddy and your baby dad, who you hate. And there are a lot of women that can relate to that. And taking 100% of your allowance for this mansion that you choose to rent, not buy. You're not buying, you're not creating a foundation. So yeah, I'm going to say, I feel like that's a stupid decision. It could be unwise, but stupid just rolls off my tongue a little easier. You're making it sound personal. Yeah, I don't know her. Yeah, I'm not good at sugarcoating. I did say she's a professional baby mom, only because she's had all this time to do something. Honestly, I wouldn't even be mad at her if she did the OnlyFans. But the idea that you're continuing to be beholden to a man, first your baby dad for child support, and then Diddy for this allowance that you have completely allocated to renting a house that you can never afford to buy because you're not educating yourself, you're not getting a skill. It's just goofy. Yeah, I won't say she's not a victim, but what I'm saying is I haven't heard anything that makes her a victim yet. This is my breakdown for today, the Jane Doe witness. The reason I said I feel like she's full of ish is because if this is what she's calling coercion, the fact that he says, if you don't want to get freaky with this prostitute I'm about to hire for you, that I'm not paying your rent, you are doing a disservice to true sex trafficking victims everywhere. And ma'am, you're not a victim. You're not a victim. Yeah, we're not hearing the whole story yet. You're right. But that's why I want to hear the rest of it. But what we got so far, it ain't it. Okay, I'm going to find another title for this video because this ain't it. This ain't it. And we need to hear more.